Picture this. A competitor drops a surprise 20% off promo on Tuesday. By Friday, your banners are ghosting shoppers and carts evaporate. I'm Lyric, and we're not here to panic. We're here to build a tiny, reliable signal pipeline that tells you about moves like that the moment they matter. Welcome to Navigating AI with Apex Blue.
Pattern detected. A handful of repeatable competitor moves cause the biggest revenue swings. Price changes, messaging shifts on home pages, product launches, review spikes, and partnership announcements. Start small. Those buckets give you the highest signal-to-noise ratio.
Okay, quick check. If I run a 3-person marketing shop, tracking 5 buckets sounds intimidating. Where do I begin without a dev team?
Start with 3 things: price, homepage messaging, and reviews. Technically, those are easy to reach with low-cost tools, public APIs where available, simple page snapshots, and a small review poll. You don't need a data lake to get useful signals.
Got it. So, a tiny listening post. But let me push a soft friction here. Some teams worry monitoring feels like copying. I hear that a lot.
Clarity achieved. Intelligence informs choices. It doesn't replace creativity. Use signals as constraints and opportunities. They tell you the market moved, not what your brand must become. Treat monitoring as input, not instruction.
Exactly. And on the tech side, don't overreact to a single data point. Architect for verification, a second fetch, a different user agent, or an API check before you trigger a campaign. Cheap redundancy prevents wasteful moves.
I love that. Small checks, big peace of mind. So walk me through what a minimal pipeline looks like in plain language.
Think 3 lanes: ingestion, signal processing, and alerts. Ingestion grabs price feeds or homepage snapshots on a schedule. Processing normalizes fields, runs a tiny classifier or diff to drop noise. Alerts fire only when thresholds and corroborations are met. Document every source and label its trust level.
Break that down technically. A scheduler, managed cron, a fetcher with backoff and caching, a normalization step, a rule engine for thresholds, and a notifier, Slack, SMS, or email. Host on serverless or a small VM. Use rate limit budgets and exponential backoff. That keeps costs tiny.
Quick interruption. When you say tiny classifier, what do you mean? Is that a fancy model or something I can just plug in?
Not fancy. A zero-shot or small off-the-shelf sentiment model or even rule-based heuristics can flag meaningful changes. Use it to filter chatter, not to be perfect. Run the heavy lifts only when multiple signals line up.
And governance. Mark sources as high, medium, or low trust. Public APIs and official price feeds are high. A forum scrape is low. Require corroboration, 2 independent sources, before a high-impact alert. That single rule collapses many false positives.
All right, practical creativity time. Suppose we get a verified alert. A competitor is advertising free returns across their hero. What does a fast, on-brand marketing response look like?
First, verify. Then choose a low-cost test. Tweak the hero to highlight your differentiator, local support, same-day dispatch, or warranty. Route the test to a small audience and measure lift for 48 hours. Don't blanket change the site until you have signal-backed results.
Exactly. Creative pivots that are quick and reversible. Swap one hero line, run a small A/B, and you either reclaim attention or learn something about buyer priorities. That's creativity unlocked, not copycat behavior.
Measure everything tied to the alert: conversion lift, cart abandonment change, and margin impact. If a counter promo erodes margin without a commensurate conversion lift, pause. Use simple analytics windows tied to the experiment so every action is reversible.
We need a real short case to feel this. Picture a boutique shoe brand that notices a rival running a surprise midweek 20% site-wide. Their listening post flags a price shift and homepage copy change. What's the shortest playbook to respond?
Cheat playbook. 1. Verify price change via API or second scrape. 2. Assign alert to a marketer. 3. Spin up a 48-hour test, either a targeted bundle or urgency message. 4. Monitor conversion and margin. If positive, scale the creative. If not, revert. That loop fits under a couple $100 a month.
Don't forget to log the source and the trust level in your registry. If the rival's change recurs, you'll see cadence and can automate more aggressive responses. Automation should be gradual. Start manual, then automate the low-risk bits.
Now, a sharper point. Teams often panic and run full discounts the moment they see a rival price cut. I'm not sure I buy that as a default move. What do you both think?
I'm with you. Don't reflexively match discounts. Match signals with experiments that protect margin. Targeted promos, bundles, or one-off audience-specific price tests. Use thresholds. Only escalate to company-wide price matches if the competitor change impacts X% of your SKUs and X% of revenue.
Governance helps here. Require two-source corroboration and a documented decision rule that ties escalation to measurable impact. That rule prevents emotional, margin-destroying reactions and keeps leadership aligned.
Let's tighten this into 3 concrete, immediate moves listeners can do this week. Quick, actionable, no engineer required.
Step 1. Pick 3 competitors and 3 signals: price, homepage messaging, and top reviews. Use a free automation tool to snapshot homepages daily and set a Google alert for brand mentions. That's your minimum viable listening post.
Step 2. Create a simple source registry and a verification rule. Note where each signal comes from and assign trust levels. Require 2 independent sources before a high-impact escalation. That single governance step will cut false alarms drastically.
Step 3. Wire a cheap rules engine. A spreadsheet plus a low-code flow. Zapier or Make is fine. Route critical alerts to Slack or SMS and roll low-priority changes into a weekly digest. Run one 48-hour counter test when a verified signal appears. Deploying now helps you learn faster than over-engineering.
Bonus operational tip. Write the decision tree you used for that first test. If it worked, you have a repeatable playbook. If it didn't, the postmortem feeds process improvement. That preserves creativity and prevents chaos. Let's make it irresistible for your team to act.
One last governance note. Prefer public APIs and publisher-allowed access. If a source blocks you, pivot to alternatives instead of brute force crawling. Simple compliance checks in your pipeline save a lot of headaches.
And from engineering, throttle smartly, cache aggressively, batch expensive model runs, and tier alerts into instant and digest buckets. Those 5 measures keep costs predictable and keep you out of trouble.
If you want a starter CI template and a plain language checklist to get going this week, visit apexblue.ai. We built a download that stands up a minimum viable pipeline in hours, not weeks. Let's make it irresistible for your team to act. That's viral energy.
Clarity achieved. Small, deliberate investments in the right signals and governance buy you time and confidence to act.
Precision wins. Architect verification, throttles, and tiered alerts. You don't need to overbuild on day 1.
That wraps up today's episode of Navigating AI with Apex Blue. Your AI C-suite thanks you for joining us, and we'll be back with more actionable insights to help you scale smarter and stay ahead of the curve. Stay smart, stay curious, and stay ahead.